Hi, Harry.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Amazing. Are you nervous?
Yeah, not really.
Harry and Francesca met on the set of Too Hot to Handle, and fans want to know what they've been up to since the cameras stopped rolling. It turns out this fan-favorite couple broke up and got back together, all with the help of Francesca's dog. Too Hot to Handle is a dating show on Netflix with a serious twist. Cast members weren't allowed to show affection to each other without sacrificing some serious cash.
The rule break has cost $3,000.
That's like a week in Dubai.
Contestants Harry and Francesca ended up forming a lasting bond, but they weren't always the best at playing by the rules.
I was kind of a little bit of a rule breaker.
When their kiss ended up costing their teammates, Harry wasted no time throwing Francesca under the bus and blaming her for the whole thing.
He said I kissed him.
Yeah. I know I am a bit of a idiot in like the early episodes.
Thankfully, their romance was able to recover from Harry's attempt to escape the consequences of their kiss, and they ended up sticking together when the show ended. Francesca claims that he did ask her to be his girlfriend on the show, but it didn't end up making the cut since they weren't fully clothed at the time. Before heading to Mexico to film Too Hot to Handle, she was hanging out with the famous DJ Diplo. According to Francesca, the two of them had been friends for about 6 or 7 years, and while they hadn't officially been a couple,
we've hung out on and off over that period of time.
But while they may have been hanging out sometimes, she insists that there's nothing going on between them anymore.
We're friends. We're close friends.
She's confident that Diplo and all her other friends are happy for her and Harry and fully supportive of their relationship. And no, she doesn't think Diplo is going to be making a song about her anytime soon. Her biggest worry after filming wrapped up wasn't how to deal with Diplo, but rather how to stop her dad from watching certain scenes on Too Hot to Handle. Francesca was forced to put on her own form of parental controls for her parent. Harry admits to struggling with the rules of Too Hot to Handle and says his instant connection with Francesca made it hard to follow the rules. But some fans might have expected him to be better at it since this wasn't his first time being a part of the dating show. Before things got too hot to handle for Harry, he was a contestant on a show called Heartbreak Island just 1 year prior. He and his now ex-girlfriend Georgia Briers ended up taking home $100,000 in prize money after competing in challenges on an island in Fiji. This could definitely explain why Harry didn't seem quite as motivated by the Too Hot to Handle prize as some of his fellow contestants. But while he kept some cash, he and Georgia split up pretty much as soon as the show was over. She claims that it was too difficult to maintain a long-distance relationship, while Harry says she was jealous of the attention he got from other women on social media. Maybe it was a little bit of both? Regardless of their dating histories, Francesca and Harry left the show together, and Francesca took the time to document their post-show romance, even if she couldn't post it online for over a year. They wanted to shout their love from the rooftops, but their contracts didn't allow it. They had to wait for the show to hit Netflix and fans to get their fill before they could come clean about the fact that they were together. But what many Harry and Frankie fans don't realize is that they weren't together the whole time. Yes, these two broke up after the show was finished for reasons wholly unrelated to any naughty possums. We know it might be surprising, but there's a reason that many reality show couples don't last. They get to know each other in what's essentially a fake environment, and sometimes their bond just doesn't translate well to the real world.
The feeling has got to be mutual.
It's easy to feel connected while you're staying in a gorgeous resort and your bond is the focus of every single day. Paying $3,000 for a kiss would be crazy in the real world. But on Too Hot to Handle, it somehow didn't seem like a big deal to these two. Both Harry and Francesca claim that while their chemistry was undeniable from the beginning, they didn't really get to know each other on the show. While the couple insists they were being genuine on the show, they admit they only got to know a single facet of the other person. After filming wrapped up, Francesca visited Harry's hometown of Queensland, Australia, and he repaid the favor by going to Vancouver, Canada. Their fans noticed that they'd clearly been to some places in their Instagram pics, but they were careful not to include each other in their photos. Pretty sneaky, but not enough for the eagle-eyed fans. Getting to know each other in the real world was overwhelming and ended up straining this new relationship. Although Harry totally blamed Francesca for their kiss on Too Hot to Handle, he actually takes a lot of responsibility for their breakup. Hey, maybe he's matured a little bit since the show aired. He admitted that their break was because he was immature and that they stayed split up for a couple of months without talking.
So after the show, everything was like just like a roller coaster, like it was straight up.
According to Francesca, she and Harry both saw other people during this time. But before long, they found their way back to each other in a way that doesn't exactly contradict Harry's comment about his maturity. Texting your ex late at night might not be the best idea, but don't worry, that's not what Harry did. He texted her dog.
I was like, hey, like, I don't want to talk to you. Can I just talk to your puppy?
Although her dog is undeniably cute, his lack of opposable thumbs means he has trouble working her phone. So Francesca ended up on the call instead, and the two of them reconnected, first on Facetime and then in person.
Long story short, flew it down, fell in love again, now we want to get married.
They both made Valentine's Day posts proclaiming their single status, and say this wasn't done intentionally to mislead their fans. They claim they were both single at the time, because this was before they were happily reunited. Harry describes their post-show relationship as a bit of a roller coaster that says things are better now than they've ever been. It was difficult to not only deal with a new long-distance relationship, but not be allowed to talk about it. Francesca claims that her close friends knew she was dating someone, but were clueless about his true identity until the show aired. They were careful not to reveal any hints about their love on social media because they had tons of fans watching, including some famous celebrities. If you're a Too Hot to Handle fan, you're in good company, because apparently so is Ariana Grande. Francesca says she was over the moon when Ariana followed her and her fashion brand on Instagram. Apparently the two of them exchanged DMs, and Francesca wants to send the Sweetener singer some of her swimsuits. And yes, Francesca is fully aware of just how epic this exchange is. Harry had his very own celebrity encounter with none other than Justin Bieber. Although Francesca didn't get into details, she revealed that Harry and Justin had a chat over the phone. Are we sure Harry wasn't just trying to reach Justin's cute pooch? Harry shared that Justin gave him some big brother advice, and the two of them are totally, quote, boys now. Apparently, he's also been reaching out to other celebs on social media, trying to figure out who his fans are. But let's get back to the relationship between Harry and Francesca, and not the bromance between Harry and Justin. In order to celebrate their love, the two of them made a lifelong, lasting commitment to each other. After all, what says love better than some new ink?
We got matching tattoos.
Harry and Francesca got matching lightning bolt tattoos. It's just a nice little reminder to stay positive. Matching tattoos may have been a start, but these two reality TV stars are already talking about making an even bigger commitment to one another. Thankfully, they were able to meet their friends and family before the quarantine situation kept them apart. After being forced to share a bedroom with the other Too Hot to Handle cast members, it's not surprising they're feeling the distance now. Since Harry's ex, Georgia, cited distance as a reason for their breakup, many fans are worried that Francesca and Harry won't be able to overcome the space between them. But these two are committed to each other and their relationship and aren't giving up that easily. Harry says they're doing what they can in order to stay connected, and they FaceTime with each other at least 2 or 3 times every day. Apparently, they've spent a lot of their time since Too Hot to Handle perfecting their communication, which has paid off for them big time. Neither of them are happy about the distance, but they're doing what they can for now. According to Harry, their relationship is at the best point it's been since they met. But there's one issue that keeps coming up. Where are they going to live? Harry claims that Francesca loves the idea of moving in with him, but there's one problem with that, and it's not just the quarantine situation. Currently, Harry is living in an apartment, but he says he's a country boy at heart. Instead of moving Francesca in with him, he wants to move out, preferably to somewhere he can have a huge backyard to fill with chickens, goats, and sheep. And this might actually work out, since Francesca admits she had a great time visiting the farm where Harry's mom lives. Except in addition to livestock, she also sees them having 4 kids running around. Francesca admits that it would be easier for Harry to move to Canada to be with her, but says she's not picky about where they end up calling home. As far as she's concerned, the most important thing is them being together, wherever they end up. They've even talked about ditching both of their places entirely and living together somewhere new. Francesca says they've talked about it a lot and are both interested in packing up and moving to Los Angeles. She thinks they'll probably try out a few different places, but admits she'd like to move back to Canada when it's time to have kids. According to Francesca, on their frequent FaceTime calls, one frequent topic that comes up is their engagement. Both stars feel as though they can't wait to get married, and they might up not waiting as long as their fans think. Since they're so far apart at the moment and both in quarantine in their respective homes, they may forego a fancy party, at least for now.
If that's our resort, like, obviously I want to marry him, so...
Francesca would love a lavish wedding, but says that as long as they can be together now, she can wait for the reception of her dreams. If you're one of the too hot to handle fans who can't get enough of Francesca and Harry, never fear. In addition to their active social media accounts, they've also started a joint YouTube channel. And we all know that's almost as serious as matching tattoos. Hopefully, no matter where they end up living, they'll keep creating content for their adoring fans. What do you think the future has in store? Will they find a way to make things work? Or is their love truly too hot to handle? Let us know what you think about this couple in the comment section, and then click subscribe for more videos from us here at The Taco. Thanks for watching!